Hello, welcome to the video. I'm William, the deity of despair. Today's question is, will the deity get any references? For once, yeah, I will. I know D&D. Now, when it comes to real life D&D, unfortunately, I've only ever done one campaign. I would love to do more, but it's finding a group that can play around my work schedule is literally impossible. So I can't. But I've also played a lot of D&D or D&D adjacent games. Obviously Baldur's Gate 3, of course. The Divinity games. The two Pathfinder games out there. I played those, which aren't actually D&D, but they're Pathfinder. But it's a spin-off of D&D. It's the whole thing. And then numerous games that take inspiration from D&D with their classes and stuff. I remember this PS1 game called Darkstone. Kind of ass, but it was D&D based stuff there. So I mean, it's a very common thing. So I do know a lot about the classes and stuff. My own character is a dwarf monk rogue named AD because he was stripped of his clan name. Without further it's unnecessary. Without further ado, not without further ado, I should probably say what we're reacting to. D&D class rep cipher by RUSTAGE featuring Stupendium, DizzyEight, Shwabadi, The Man Be His Law, and more. A lot more, probably. There are a lot of classes in D&D. I'm assuming it's all... Actually, I don't even know. I don't want to go into the description and ruin any surprises for myself, but I don't know. I'm assuming it's based off of 5e, and with all the base classes in 5e, but I don't actually know. But I'm imagining this is 6 minutes. It's gonna be kind of long. Right, there's gonna be kind of lot. I'm imagining short verses then, shorter verses, instead of the usual amount for ciphers. Oh, it says right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah. So we got the entire list here. RUSTAGE as the Wizard, The Man Be His Law as Sorcerer, Dripstick as Warlock, Connor Quest as Rogue, Shadow as Fighter, DizzyEight as Barbarian, Ham Sandwich as Monk, Aerial Ace as Paladin. I don't know what this font is. I don't like it, but Geno 5 as Cleric, Shwabadi as Druid, Honora VT as Ranger, McGuire as Bard. Okay, yeah. Stupendium as Artificer. How do you actually properly pronounce that? I don't know, actually. I can look it up, but who cares? So yeah, I'm going to be mostly looking forward to Ham and Connor Quest, given that's my two classes for my character, but I'm looking forward to all of this.
See it in my spells and my magic. Holy got the crown of his madness. Big dice, yeah, we doing big damage. Spit ice, but they only spit candles. Devastation, they set a flame, call it evocation. Every spell I'm making intelligent, monsters education. Better test my patience, I'm sending stones at the weather station. Manly restoration, they're begging me till I end the ration. Not like magic missile, I'm never missing a target. I've been spitting fishes and always roll with advantage. Power words and spitting and they be dearly departed. Blasted, sell them so I light him in the darkness. Times though, they be feeling chicks until their minds gone. See them pointing fingers, my fingers turn the lights off. My god, transitating gold until the price drops. Milestones I'm hitting, you're not on the level line.
Alright, that was good. It was a good opening. Reference wise, referencing some of the various spells that the wizards have, as well as the fact that the wizards have to learn their magic. They're not innate the sorcerers, and they don't have a pact like the warlocks. They have to put in the dedication, the work for that shit. I like that opening verse. It was good.
Transitating gold until the price drops. Milestones I'm hitting, you're not on the level line. Perusing departments of books, moving mana through my charm, or apartment of looks. Couldn't chart up every heart that I took. It's an art, really. The part villains lighting a spark to the darkness of what I blast through a ball. And if the packs ever attack you with disadvantage, we're straight balance, a bastion of law. Tasked with the strongest class, the biggest in my opinion. Clearest class, if you're to ask who's the best of them all. Get it right, left-handed child's compelled to fight. My magic's the meta, like raw matter or Magnite. They're dead on sight. If the god of hope is catching the fade, what's malevolence to the strongest sources of today. Who
Alright. Sorcerer is actually one of the classes that I'm not super familiar with because I don't typically play magic classes in games. I do typically play like rogues. Um, so I don't get every reference from them. But like the mana, they're strong sorcerers, strong spellcasters with the innate ability of magic. That obviously you still have to train and all that shit. I'm getting way too into that. It was a good verse. The maybe as well as got his own little style when it comes to that stuff. I mean, right after Rustage is interesting. I'm guessing that the order that was in that listing there is going to be what's going on. So I might have split up the spellcasting a bit, but not bad so far.
Who said my magic wouldn't go hard? No rookie on par. Hit him while I stole from afar. It's Warlock, I'm locked in. You shouldn't aspire. Like Pokemon, I get the pack, then we pulling his card. See the target, so I'm aiming right. Taking his life up.
That was fire. So, pulling his card and
Pokemon, I get the pack, then we
pull his card. That was sick.
Single target, so I'm aiming right. Taking his life up a dice roll, playing precise. Oh, he dissing dream visions, he waking at night. I got a patron on me, but who is paying the price? And you know my fiends, my Pablo catch you. T-Bell, how this beans better, Baja blast you. Bada bing, boom, ready.
Fucking hell.
And you know my fiends, my Pablo catch you. T-Bell, how this beans better, Baja blast you. Bada bing, boom, ready to castle. I'm elite, trying to stop me's a hassle. Pop a hill before I bomb in the battle. Okay.
I'm always a fan of Dripstick. It does not matter what he's dropping out. I'm always a fan of Dripstick. That was fire. Obviously the references, the packs, with demons. I did really like that. Pull the open the pack and pulling a card. That was a fire ass line there. Oh, that definitely my favorite verse so far. I'm surprised no Eldritch Blast line.
I'm elite, trying to stop me's a hassle. Pop a hill before I bomb in the battle. Okay. This flow was written while serving time in the gnome's prison. No one did a check, so didn't clock that he was known for picking locks like a ghost. He disappeared, but not before the dose was slit. The evidence disposed and hidden, left the door with low suspicion. No magician, but my sleight of hand can earn me diamonds. Slow incision, curve the knife, and so efficient, perfect timing. Light in his feet, so obviously on the verse he's gliding. Murder on the mind or in the minds, whatever works at the time. Don't keep your person aside, but find a curiously light. Slipping into the shadows, I'm just a blur in your eyes. The little bump is like sound you barely heard of the night. With sharp wits and an even sharper dirty design.
That was so fucking quick. Holy shit, that was so quick. I did not have time to get into the verse. Holy shit, that was quick as hell. So kind of told a little story within that, not just like a rapping about rogue, but just rapping about the story of a rogue, basically. Going through the little life there. That was cool. Cool little difference from what we've heard so far. To my face, you in my range, I swing a blade. There's no place I'll make you safe. If I make some forward dagger or just catch it with the fade. When I throw you die, that's just a roll you hold within your grave. More attacks, more ability scores. Check my strength, I set the decks, so my agility's pure. I'm out of hobos, just a mode I got affinity for. I'm on a mission, so I quit and then I hit him some more. The agility's pure. I'm out of hobos, just a mode. Hobos, just a mode I got affinity for. And then I hit him some more. I levelate with 3 feet, so got a third leg. Use my second wind, I'm hard boiled, more than a bird egg. Action search, I list the heart until my turn ends. Took a multi-class, it's spellcast, and I can make sure that you learn get out. Alright, yeah, circling back to, referencing, the characters, the feats and abilities that they can get from leveling up, Action Surge, the second wind, all that good stuff. And just, talking, yo, run that fade, obviously fighter is fighting. You put 2 and 2 together there. I like that verse. Yeah, that was a good verse from Shao. Oh man, we need more Shao Do stuff. We really do need to just hear Shao Do more. Barbarian in your area, bury you think he can bear and start wearing them. Dog get kicked with an arsenal, got a myriad. Big club, he shall see if I get serious. Body, I'm bulletproof, army is Teflon. Big stepper, I level up and y'all getting stepped on. Sleeping on me in the ground, that's what you get slept on. If I step up, then it's game on for DEFCON. Original crash out with the X. Everybody around get slashed out. If I lash out, bad bout for anyone thinking they want the class route. Watch how the week end, I'm letting class out. DizzyEight is just so effortless when he raps. just like full breezes through verses like with like so many like rhyme schemes. It's great. You know, like it started off with like the bar, you know, like all the barbarian and bear, you know, kind of flips he was doing there, like for like each like line of the barbarian name. That was a good verse. The original Crash Out for sure, you know, because of oh, what the fuck is it called? Not Bloodlust. That's the Frenzy. When they go into a frenzy. That was a good verse.
Hey, if you ain't talking about a monetary, then you can go and get the fuck about the monastery. That's Daphne Hedge.
That's it's so unintentional, but that's like it's such a good line for like my own monk character. It's such a fucking good line. Like, oh my god, that it's crazy how much that fits.
Hey, if you ain't
It's all
talking
about
about
a
a
monastery.
then you can go and
Get
get
the
the
fuck
fuck
up at
about
the
the
monastery.
monastery. That's Daphne Hedges can't compare to what I'm a carry. Put him on my back like a dromedary. Playing solitaire, I'm a solitary. Probably baller harder than Halle Berry and got them hair me. Stunning strike, cut off his commentary. Face a maneuver, how I'm moving, looking involuntary. Drunken master, swaying from side to side. The flurry of blows, hitting him right between the silent eyes. Yeah, fresh at the temple with my foot up on the step. But it's a jungle out there, the monk's essential.
Ah, that was a great verse. That was a great fucking verse. Again, you know, references to the character, you know, Drunken Fist, one of the I can't remember what level it is. It's been a while since I played like the actual D&D campaign, but once you can select one of the subclasses of it, you know, flurry of blows, evasive maneuvers, all that good stuff. But it's still just hilarious how well that monetary line fit with my own specific monk character. This is amazing timing watching this. God, I want to play D&D, man. Damn.
Yeah, fresh at the temple with my foot up on the step. But it's a jungle out there, the monk's essential. D&D the paladin, we can play a game of horse, I can see you traveling. I don't give a damn about what you mastering. The jack of all trades, kicking classes, and my question you're establishing. You better make the right move. Snake eyes, you think you run the world, boy, I can slide too. Snake eyes, you scratch, but I don't let the road that I do. I can map out your profile with these nice shoes, dragging about us to the kaiju. Chivalry is there, we ain't civil, this the martial law. What do you think you face me, look crazy, talking to a wall. Life for the party, you gon' feel it when I'm caught it off. Till the game ends, I'ma start it all. Come on, let's work. Know you're
Whew, like that. I mean, of course I liked it. It was Aerial Ace, you know. Again, my favorite independent artist out there right now, Aerial Ace. Yeah, it was a great verse, you know. You know, so, little subtle references, you know, to, I mean, I guess subtle references, Paladin and the horses and knights and all that. I really did like the line of, like, you know, chivalry is dead, this is martial law. I don't know if Aerial Ace attended to it, but, you know, paladins tend to be, like, lawful, you know, they're lawful over anything else, right? And you know, sometimes, you know, they're the types to do martial law even if it is negative for the people around them. I don't know if that was intended or not, but if so, it's great. If not, just claim it was.
for the party, you gon' feel it when I'm caught it off. Till the game ends, I'ma start it all. Come on, let's work. Know your role, what's getting cast today? Who else you know could pray at mass that make the masses pray? Okay, look at the path I paved. Yeah, I could assist, but I'm making them pass away. Know the hands heal, but the hands kill. I see you still stand, well, can you stand still? I stood in place, they took the bait, cause the man's skill. For goodness sake, it's Crystal Lake, get your camp killed. Find buff like Greek gods, cause free time. Like stop watching, peep mine. Holy order, holy warrior, AI. Forget euphoria and destroy at the same time. New form.
Yeah, that was a good verse too. I mean, every verse so far has been good. I'm imagining every verse is going to be good. You know, again, some like good lines there, like the steel line there, the healing hand line. Some good lines for sure. Also, like the pray for like the Greek God stop time shit was fire as well.
New form for the switch up. For bare arms, but they come for the fist up.
Bare arms.
Big dog think they did so and show some respect, make them bow.
To be fair, I think I commented on that kind of line like some time ago. I was like, we can retire that line, I think, and then we can give Shwabadi a pass because he is the bear. And also it fits incredibly well with the druid.
Arms, but they can't throw the fists up. Big dog think they did so, show some respect, make them bow like they dim sum. What? Just call him the druid, or the Sierra, then they're in a form I influence. What's charisma? The fuck with all the talking, just do it. But if you need a little wisdom, I can walk and you through it. And when I see a four-wheeler war, star reformer, see the soul written in the constellations, you ain't got a bleeding heart. The most versatile class, and it ain't even close. For certain first, step in my circle, it decompose.
I like that. That was a good one for sure. You know, a couple animal references with the bear and dog. You know, talking about, you know, charisma and wisdom, which I feel like is the first time we have gotten like actual like stat references. I feel like. I mean, no, definitely not, because there was an agility line as well, and I'm sure there was a strength line somewhere throughout. But like, I feel like this is the most direct reference, right? Like, you know, what's charisma? If you want wisdom, I got that for you. I like that verse.
A hunger for the art of death and life. Wonder from afar, beware. I'm like thunder when I'm armed to the quiver when my arrows strike. Summon life, but I'm bearing the title watcher. I keep my monsters to fight, the listen make it prosper. Sunner eyes, a light wait for the gloomy stalkers. Leave them slaughter, their bodies cold as the wizard walker. Rare to listen, you're talking like you can make the distance. Players missing, they crossing off from this class decision. Tricks for minions, but opting out cause the stats a gimmick. They change the system, but glossing over iconic sections.
Change the system, because, you know, Rangers have like changed quite a. I don't know about quite a bit, but have changed in their utility and usefulness. I believe I've heard like Rangers are one of the weakest classes nowadays. I couldn't say for sure. I like that verse though. And Nora, again, always sounds good whenever she's on, like literally always. It was a good verse.
Strapped with a loop, but you better use caution. Sing them to a rest, get them pumped to keep walking. You running out of options, let me get talking. It's okay, guys.
I like the underlying like little strums on this beat.
Sing them to a rest, get them pumped to keep walking. You running out of options, let me get talking. It's okay, guys, I got this. Lights, camera, action, passion. Light a room up like magic, passing. Looks, but we make shit happen. Not by the book, yeah, the crowd looking shook. It's okay, I'll just hit them with a hood like, hey, things are always going my way. My body hero make your shit break. Kindly get up out of my face. There's a 13 lamb. That's spanner.
That was good. That was good. You know, you knew like the Bard would like be a bit comedic for sure. Like, and he, honestly, it was a perfect fit for McGuire to be that, 100%.
Kindly get up out of my face. There's a 13 lamb.
That's that spanner. Grease the spools, it's PC hammer. Check the toolkits, wizarding, tinkering. Gears and springs, hear the magic in the movements. Fizzling, comes down with the arcane artisan. With the multiply crafted master plan. I'm the seminal, alchemical, miracle. My motions, perpetual potions, and citadels. Inventor with incantation. Just one spell and a tin can save. Here is the tools of the trade for the dude who's trading. A few new screws for a few new paintings.
It was a hefty, like, you know, looking up these words verse there. I mean, not actually like William's definition or whatever, but like a lot of like, you know, slightly bigger words. I don't know what I'm saying. It was a good verse, is what I'm saying. No, yeah, that was a good cipher. I figured it'd be good. You know, I wouldn't. There's a birdhouse in my window. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite cipher. You know, not my favorite of the year or anything. But it was a very solid cipher. There was no weak verses or anything. I definitely think my favorite verse was. I'm thinking Dripstick. Yeah, I think Dripstick was my favorite verse. Yeah, I'll go with Dripstick as my favorite, but Aerial Ace is definitely a close second. Leave that like, leave a comment. I just realized that for you guys to see what I'm writing in the comments, I could just scroll down. I didn't have to cover it up. What should I gotta give a comment for the algorithm. I know it's 9 days old, but it still helps algorithms. You ain't talking monetary. Get the fuck out the monastery. That's my favorite line though. Like, just like my favorite verse, but that's my favorite line is Ham's there. Alright, we got that going. That was my reaction to the D&D class rep cipher, Rustage, featuring Stupendium, DizzyEight, Shwabadi, Manby's Law, and more. Solid cipher. I would love to. This is probably very stupid. I would love to have like single like songs for some of these classes. I don't know. That might be a bit ridiculous. Might be a bit too much. But I don't know. I mean, Rustage does have that second channel of his that I don't know if he uploaded a song on in a while. So you know, I never know. But anyway, that's my reaction to the video. Stay tuned to see what I react to next.